Good morning, everybody. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. So we are back again with our today's maths class. So I hope you all are ready for the class. So without wasting any more time, let us start the class. Okay? So let us see what are the learning objectives for today's class. So today we are going to learn something, though we have already learned it. So but still the learning objectives, whatever we are going to do today is linked with all this. Okay, it's related to this. So what is the first learning objective? We use the divisibility rules to find out whether a number can be divided by another number without actually dividing the number. So we have learned about the divisibility rules. So we are going to use these rules to know whether a number is divided by another number exactly without leaving a remainder or not, and that can be done without dividing the number. By using the divisibility rules we can find it out. And the second learning objective is we are going to test our division by using the correctness of division process. Okay, so children, so before I start the class, let me just go for a small recap whatever we have learned in our earlier classes. So we have learned about factors, multiples, how do we divide a number, how do we find out factors, how do we find out multiples, then how do we check the correctness of division. A little bit we have discussed about those also, and we have also discussed about the divisibility rules. So now with this we are going to start the class for today. So do you remember what are the divisibility rules that we have discussed in our previous classes? Yes, I think you all know that. So the first rule was for 2. So how do we know a number is divisible by 2? If the last digit is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, then the number is divisible by 2. Okay, now the test for 3. So what is the test for 3? We have to add all the digits. We have to find the sum of the digits. If the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, the whole number is divisible by 3. And what is the test for 4? To check the last two digits. That means the ones place and the tens place. If the last two digits are divisible by 4, the whole number will be divisible by 4. And the test for 5 was very easy. The last digit should be, that means the ones place should be 0 or 5. And what was the test for 6? A number, if it is divisible by both 2 and 3, then it is also divisible by 6. What is the test for 8? We have to check the last 3 digits. So if the last 3 digits are divisible by 8, then the whole number will be divided by 8. And what is the test for 9? It is also same like the test we have studied for 3. So for testing the divisibility of 9, we can again add the digits and find out whether the number is divisible by 9 or not. So in that way we will get to know if the number is divisible by 9 or not. And what was the test for 10? The last digit should be 0. So these are the divisibility rules, and I know that you all have learned it also very nicely. So now we are going to do some more sums related to our divisibility rules and also related to check the correctness of our division. So do you remember we have also studied about a process, how to know that the division is correct? There are two ways to know. There is a rule. What was the rule? Dividend should be equals to divisor multiplied by quotient plus the remainder. So if we multiply the quotient and the divisor and then add it to the remainder, our answer should be equal to our dividend. This was our first step for checking the correctness of division. So now let us start our class. Today's class, I would like to tell you all to open your maths workbook. Okay, children? So take out your maths workbook, everybody. And get ready with page number 59. Okay, So what is page number 59? You can see question number 16 is there. So 16 up to 15 I think we have already done in our previous classes. So the way we have done for 15, the process is same for 16 too. So 16 you will do it for your homework. Okay, and now we are going to start with number 17. So please read the question, everybody. What is the question? Rohit has 2503 marbles. He wants to divide them in groups of 3 and 6 exactly. So the question is, check if he can do that. So how do you know? How will you know that whether he can divide them in groups of 3 and 6 exactly or not? How many marbles? So since this is a word problem, so also we have to write the statements. So let us write the statements. So you have to take your workbook, page number 59, question number 17. So let us write the statements. So what is given to us? Okay, so what is given to us? We are given the total number of marbles. So what is the total number of marbles? 2503. Okay, so now you are asked to check whether you can divide them in groups of 3 and 6 exactly. So for that, what you have to do? Are you going to, there are two ways to do it. The first way is that you can divide this number with 3, you can divide this number with 6 and see whether you get a remainder or not. If you get a remainder, that means it's not exactly divisible by 3 or 6. So there is one more way to do. What is the other way? We are going to use our divisibility rule for 3 and 6. So what was the test for 3? We have to add the sum of the digits. So let us add the digits. Okay, and before we add, let us write the statement. Let us check the test for 6. A number is divisible by 6. Let's note it down, everyone. A number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by both 2 and 3. Okay. So let us first check the test for 2. How do we know it's divisible by 2 or not? We have to check the ones place. So what is the ones place? The ones place is 3. So if the ones place is 3, the number is not divisible by 2. It's not an even number. So we can write the ones digit of the number is not an even number. Note it down, everybody. Is not an even number. So the number is not divisible by 2. Even number or 0. There is not a 0 also in the end, nor an even number. So the number is not divisible by 2. What is our number? 2503. It's not divisible by 2. Okay, I'm giving you few seconds. Please write it fast. Okay, so we have tested for 2. So now we are going to test for 3. 2 is done, so 3. Now we are going to test for 3. So what is the test for 3? We have to find the sum of the digits. Children, write it on the bottom of this. As I was not having space, so I am writing it there. Sum of the digits. So what are your digits? 2503. So add all of them. So how much do you get? You get 10. So is 10 divisible by 3? No. Which is not divisible by 3. Please note it down, everyone. So we have seen that the number was not divisible by 2, nor it is divisible by 3. So is the number divisible by 6? No, not of course. So we can write, since the number, what is our number? 2503 is not divisible by both 2 and 3. Therefore, 2503 is not divisible by 6. Is not divisible by 6. So now we can write, hence the number of marbles that Rohit has cannot be divided. So what we are asked to find out, then we have to check whether the number is can be divided into exact groups or not. So we can write, hence the number of marbles cannot be divided exactly in groups of 3 and 6. So please note it down, children. Okay, so children, it's done, I think. Now see question number 18. What is your question? 7,893 is distributed equally among 9 children, among 9 people. So check if any amount is left over. So what you can do here? We can also use we can use the divisibility rule of 9, as you are asked to check whether we can distribute among 9 people equally or not. So we can use the divisibility of 9. So what is the test for 9? We have to add the sum of the digits. Okay, so this you do it for your homework, question number 18. So how are you going to write it? Your statement will be amount distributed equals to 7,893. Then the second statement will be number of persons among which the amount is distributed is equal to 9. Then sum of the digits equals to 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 3. You add it and see how much you get. So if you get such a number which is divisible by 9, then the whole number will be divisible by 9. And if you see that you are not getting such a number which is divisible by 9, then you have to say that means you are getting a remainder. So you are asked in the question, check if any amount is left over. So if you see that you are getting such a number which is not divisible by 9, that means you will be getting a remainder. That means an amount will be left over. So you have to make your own statements, and in the final you just write whether, what did you see, any amount is left over or not, by using the divisibility rule of 9. So 16 number, 18 number is your homework. Now question number 19. So 19 is also your homework because we have done two similar sums in question number 15 and 16. The same process you have to use for 15 and 16. And just the same process that you have used for 15 and 16, the same thing you are going to do for question number 19 also. What is the question? Keshav has 3,125 plants. So you just write the statements. The total plants Keshav has is equals to 3,125. So number of plants in each row equals to 25. So now you are asked to find the number of rows. So what you have to do? We have to divide it. So the number of rows equals to 3,125 divided with 25. So you just do the normal division that we have already discussed how to do in our previous classes. So you do the normal division, get your quotient, get the remainder, and after you get both the quotient and the remainder, you are also asked to check for the correctness of division. So how you are going to check the correctness of division? We have done it earlier. So we have to use dividend is equals to divisor multiplied by quotient plus the remainder. So on multiplying the quotient and the divisor and then adding it to the remainder, whatever we got, if we see that our answer is matching with our dividend, that means your sum is correct. So question number 19 is also your homework. Now you see question number 20. So let us do number 20. Bala shares 522 chocolates with his friends. So the total chocolates Bala shares is 522. So if he gives 2, 3, 4, 5 or 10 chocolates to each friend, so will all the chocolates be shared? So he wants to divide these chocolates among his friends. He wants to give somebody 2, 3, 4, 5. He wants to divide it in this way. 2, 3, 4, 5 to each of his friends. So what do you think? Will he be able to share it equally? Do you think after sharing it in this way, will he be able to divide it equally, that he doesn't have any chocolates left with him? So how we are going to know that? We are going to use our divisibility rule. So I hope you all have written it. So I am going to rub it now. Okay, so the question is on page number 61, question number 20. So what will you write? The statement, number of chocolates Bala has. So how many chocolates Bala was having? 522. So now we are going to check the divisibility by 2. So what do you think, is divisible by 2 or not? Yes, it's divisible by 2 because the last digit is 2. It's an even number. So again, so we can write, he can share the chocolates. He can share the chocolates. He can share the chocolates if he can share the chocolates equally if he gives 2. That means by 2 we can share it because the last digit 522 is an even number. So can he share it equally by 3? So what was the test for 3? You have to add the digits. 5 plus 2 plus 2. So how much do you get? 9. So also he can divide it equally if he wants to give 3 to each of his friends. Can he share it in can he share it if he wants to give 4 to each friend? So what we have to check? We have to check the last 2 digits. So the last 2 digits is 22. So he cannot share it. To check the test for 5 or 10, the last digit should be 0 or 5 for 5. So there is no 0, no 5. So it's not divisible by 5 also. So he cannot share 5 to each friend. Again, there is no 0, so he cannot share 10 to each friend. So that means he can only share it equally if he gives 2 or 3 chocolates to each of his friends. So we have written if he gives 2 or 3 chocolates to each of his friends. So you can also write the reason as 522 is exactly divisible by 2 or 3. And also you can write he cannot share 4, 5 or 10 chocolates equally to each of his friends. So I hope you have written on the top part. So I'm just erasing a little. So note it down, children. 4, 5 or 10 chocolates equally to each friend, as 522 is not divisible by 4, 5 or 10. So note it down, children. So question number 21 also is your homework. You can also do it for your classwork after watching the video, if you have your time. So I'm just writing down what is the homework, and you will send it in the Google Classroom. So I'm writing it here. I'm erasing this. So classwork or homework, that means if you wish to do it right now after watching the video, you can do it now, or also you can do it for your homework, but submit on time by tomorrow, okay? Or you can also submit it by day after tomorrow, but don't make it pending. So your homework is workbook, page 59, 60 and 61. Those who have not done question number 16, you will do question number 16 also. Question number 18 I have discussed with you. Question number 19 is also discussed with you. And question number 21. So I have given you 4 sums. So I am giving you 1 minute so that you can note down everything. So children, what we have learned in our today's class? We have learned how to use the divisibility rules and check whether we can divide it equally or not without doing the division. And also we have learned how we use the correctness of division to check our division. Okay, so with this I would like to end today's class. So do your works and submit on time. Thank you.